Today, we're going to be covering the section of Galatians chapter 6, verses 1 through to 5. And today, we're going to go sort of verse by verse and we'll see how far we get. Brethren, if a man is overtaken in any trespass, you who are spiritual, restore such one in a spirit of gentleness, considering yourself, lest you also be tempted. Now, this verse, remember, has just come off the back of us looking at the works of the flesh and the fruit of the Spirit. So, one, we've just had a look at if you are doing things in the flesh or if you are doing things as a result of being in the Spirit. Now we're up to the point of going, well, if you're seeing another person sin, if you are in the Spirit, those who are spiritual, those who are walking with God and are producing the fruits of the Spirit, it's singular, that is a force of habit, then come alongside the person and with gentleness. Now remember, one of the fruit of the Spirit is gentleness. So that's why it's an outflow. That outflow of being in the Spirit, of spending time with God and those fruits coming out, is that you see your Christian brothers and sisters around you, and when they're fallen into a trespass, your heart hurts, your heart aches because you know that they're suffering because we've just had a look of what the flesh is like, and that works of the flesh. We know that the works of the flesh lead to destruction, and we're always going to be battling between the works of the flesh and the fruit of the Spirit. Like, we've got these two natures in us at war with each other, and the one that's going to be stronger is the one that you feed. So that's where this context of this next verse falls. Brethren, if a man is overtaken in any trespass, you who are spiritual, restore such one in a spirit of gentleness, considering yourself, lest you also be tempted. So remember, temptation is at the door. So when you come alongside somebody to help them and help restore them of that gentleness, you've got to be careful, because otherwise, remember, what we sow, we reap. So we've got to do it in that spirit of gentleness, because you don't want the temptation in your own life. And also remember, Jesus turned around and said, do not cast your pearls before swine. So sometimes when people are in trespasses, they want to be in the trespasses. They want to stay in them. And that means you've got to let them. That's hard. And there's a whole other pile of verses, but we're trying to keep this as a short devotional around that, of when people are making that active choice. But hear what it is. Have those words really sunk in? Restore in gentleness. So if you see somebody sinning, if you see trespass, there is one way to proceed forward. Restore in gentleness after you have checked yourself. Because remember, Jesus also said, you who are trying to take the speck out of your brother's eye, but ignore the log in your own, first take the log out of your own eye. Then you can see clearly to help your brother.